There are lots of games where there is a winner. We all like to be a winner, but then there's games where you're the big loser, when you're the one who pulls the block and makes the entire tower fall. But hey, the good news is you bring entertainment to other people, right? As they watch it collapse. I really make other people happy all the time, I think. Hey folks, my name is Tom Vasel and I love board games. And I know that the spectacle of Jenga is something that attracts a lot of people. As you're pulling the blocks from the tower and placing them on the top, hoping that the whole thing doesn't fall over, it's fun to play, but it's also fun for other people to watch as they sit there and hope that you make it fall, because that's what people like about Jenga. The problem is that Jenga gets a little old after a while. It's kind of the same thing over and over again, so you might be looking for alternatives, better games, or just different games, and so I thought I would present you with 10 of them. Let's start off with Suspend, sometimes called Melissa and Doug's Suspend. This is a game with long metal curved rods that you are going to place on kind of a balance point. And so as you're placing these on this balance point, you're forming different like wire hangers that are all over the place. In fact, by the time you are done, the whole thing looks like a modern art thing. And people will come by and look at it. It's entertaining, and the whole thing is swaying in the breeze until someone foolishly causes it to collapse. Rhino Hero is another game like Jenga, except Jenga is this big. Rhino Hero is just a small deck of cards, sometimes called Super Rhino. There's a new, bigger version called Rhino Hero Battles, and in this game, you are folding cards. I know, never fold cards, but you're folding cards and building towers, and then moving a superhero rhino up these towers. The cards will fall at some point, just like a Jenga tower, and as the stack of cards gets higher and higher, people are like, what's going on? And it's a very, very portable game. Click Clack Lumberjack. This is the tower's already built at the beginning of the game. It's a tree with bark pieces around the outside. You have a little plastic axe, and you hit the tree trying to knock these bark pieces off without knocking the main parts of the tree over, because that causes you negative points. So you're trying to knock things off, but not too much off. Silly fun. Click Clack Lumberjack. Junk art looks like somebody went to the store and the craft store, and they just bought a whole bunch of these wooden pieces there and put them in a box and called it a game. That's what it looks like, but it plays very differently. These pieces are actually very well thought out. They fit together. There's all different shapes and sizes, and players are going to be playing multiple styles of games. Maybe you're building your own tower. Maybe everyone's building a tower in the middle. Maybe you're giving your opponent a piece that they have to stick on a tower. And the different styles of games, plus how well innovative these pieces fit together, makes some pretty cool, neat junk art, but also makes it a really fun stacking game. Well, we all know that person who, when they have to put garbage into the trash bin, they try to squish it in and stack it on there so that it doesn't fall out, because then they don't have to empty it and change the bag. It's really annoying, but it's the focus of Garbage Day, where you have a trash barrel, little trash barrel, and you're putting cards on top of it, and the cards are growing outward, and eventually someone's going to put a card on and make them fall, in which case you are stuck with trash cards. Negative points. It's a fun, silly game and has a nice visual appeal. Arch Rival. This is a game in which you build an arch of plastic pieces. This is an older one, but it's pretty easy to find in thrift stores, and it's a really cool game. It's on like a kind of a plastic rotating piece, and you build this arch which is held together solely by these pieces pushing against each other. And then you drop plastic pieces into them, and if you fill them up, pulling plastic pieces out without the whole thing just collapsing. It's a really neat visual effect, has bright colors. I like it. Arch Rival. Kaboom! One of the things we like about building these Jenga is watching it fall on other people's turns. That's entertaining for sure. And Kaboom lets you build towers and then shoot a catapult and try to knock other people's towers down. You can build really big towers, but if you do that, the chance of someone else knocking it down or wanting to knock it down is going to be higher. Silly fun. We all have a little bit of that destructive nature inside us. We also all like to hang out with electronic devices, and that brings us to Beasts of Balance. Beasts of Balance is a game that works with your Android or phone or iPad, and it comes with a little scale device, and on this you're placing all kinds of weird plastic animals that you scan before you put on. When you scan them, it reads it, sends it to your electronic device, and shows you these animals, and you can like just merge two different animals, breed two animals together, really weird, strange animals, have animals in the water come out on land. So there's like a little mini game there, but you also have these really strange things, and you can get more points in this mini game by putting weird objects on this scale. Really fun, has that visual effect, has two kind of games working together, beasts of balance. Jenga Quake, this is, well, a Jenga variant. We all have that Uncle Joe, right, who's really slow. Like, maybe I'll pull this piece. No, maybe that one. And you're like, Uncle Joe, I'd like to go home tonight. Finish. Well, Jenga Quake is Jenga, except it's on a base, and that base will shake every once in a while. So if you sit there and go, eventually the tower is going to fall over. Make people move fast. It's a nice variation on Jenga. And then finally, Animal Upon Animal. This game from Haba looks like a kid's game. It's marketed as one, but it works for kids, adults, and families for sure. There's many different variations of this game, and in it you get all sorts of wooden animals, from snakes to crocodiles to monkeys to toucans, and they're all different shapes, and you have a bunch of animals in front of you. You stack them on top of each other in the middle, and of course if you make some fall, those animals come in front of you. Get rid of all your animals and you win. Chunky shapes, works great for the wee ones, works great for old folks. It's just fun in general because you get to see these animals stacked up there, and there's all sorts of fun little animals to add to the mix. A great time. I highly recommend Animal Upon Animal. What are your favorite games that replace Jenga? Let me know in the comments. Tell me, what did I miss? What am I wrong about? What am I right about? Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching 10 Games Better Than Jenga on the Dice Tower.